Now we're talking about half guard. You often end up in half guard when the person's passing your guard and you manage to catch one of his legs between your own, here or here. So that's kind of a defensive use of half guard. It's better than having your guard passed altogether. But some people are so good at half guard and prefer this position that they'll actually pull half guard as their first option. An example might be we're standing up, we're here, and I've jumped into half guard. That's kind of a new development in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the last 10 years, and you'll find that some instructors love the half guard, some instructors hate the half guard. I suggest that you learn something from there just so that you're not at a loss for what to do. So here's one way to transition from your half guard back to your open guard or closed guard. I'm here, I'm hooking his right leg with my right leg. I'm keeping him a bit away from me, forearm across the throat, hand on the bicep here. I am going to take my left foot, you'll see this from the other angle, and I'm going to hook his leg with my outside leg. From here, I'm going to push on his knee with my hand, or if it's tighter, I'm going to push it with my forearm. Lift this hand up, please. Here or here, and that allows me to bring my right knee up along the left side of his body. I can either fight him from this is a variation of open guard, or by pivoting my hips, by shifting my hips, I can escape my foot and get him into closed guard. From another angle, we're here. What I don't want to do is this. I don't want to take this hook out and put that hook in. Because if I do this, he's gone. He's past my guard. There's going to be a lot of work to get it back. So I want to keep something on top of this leg all the time. So I might do this. As I change hooks, I keep something over this leg. Now I push his knee and I pivot out. This foot's already out. If I want to go to closed guard, I double shift my hips, get him back in closed guard. That's all well and good. But what if he's grabbed onto your head? What if he's already putting his shoulder in your face? There's a really good answer, a little bit more complicated than what we did, but it also begins to teach the use of the various hooks and how to lift your opponent. So I think it's an important thing to learn. We're here. He comes under my arm, and he's driving into my face with his shoulder. Actually, the more he drives, the better this technique works. So I might be pulling him away just to set him up to drive harder. So he drives harder. I'm going to take this foot and essentially get a butterfly hook here. But I want to do that in stages. I want to put both feet on top, stretch them out a bit, and then get that under there. As you see, at no point ever was there nothing controlling the top of his foot. We're here. I maneuvered out there with 2 feet on top. Now I get this instep in. My other hand goes on his hip, and as he drive in, I can lift him up. As I can show you by talking, this doesn't take a lot of effort. Then I drop him into closed guard. From the other side, we're here. He's driving into my head. I might try pulling away. Oh, now he knows he's onto something good. So I'm going to move my feet onto the back of his leg, then circle my instep under his leg. As he drives, I'm going to lift him up with my foot and my hand, here and here. It's actually not any work at all. And then drop him in to close guard. So here's a good place to start with offense from the half guard. I'm going to skip over a whole bunch of the what if scenarios here. I'm just going to show you the basic technique. Trust me, there's answers if he counters by doing this, if he counters by doing that. There are answers to all those questions. We're here. I've got the underhook. I'm going to try and move my head down towards his hips. I want my ear on his hip. So I'm going to pull him up here, and I'm going to duck down, and I'm also going to lift here. There. It may seem like I'm getting into a worse position, but actually I'm getting into a better position. I'm going to come underneath through his legs, here, and shimmy down a bit further. My goal is actually this foot. I'm hanging onto his foot here like a koala climbing a tree. I actually want his other foot. I'm going to grab that with both hands. Once I pull it in here, he's in a lot of trouble. From here, I'm going to open my legs and I'm going to scissor them. And I'm going to drive in. We usually end up in a position like this. He's in a pretty bad position. His leg is still out of play. So I might as well capitalize on that by passing the guard. So it's an important thing. Oftentimes, right after a guard sweep, you end up in a great position to pass the guard. So don't rest on your laurels. Don't get there, whew, I'm pretty hot, I just swept this guy. First, sweep him, immediately work for the guard pass, then stabilize the position, and then rest on your laurels. So from a different angle, we start out in half guard. I'm controlling Don's right leg with my right leg, keeping him away here. Come to the underhook, maybe I grab the belt, I pull him up, I come through the legs, I grab here, and I shimmy down and get onto my side. From here, I'm going to capture his far foot, his left leg. I'm going to scissor my leg and come up. Now maybe I can finish the sweep just by driving in here, just like we did before. Come back, please. But if pushing doesn't work, then try pulling. If I try going left and it doesn't work, go right. So I'm driving in here, he's facing out, he's not going down. If I roll underneath him, if I fake one way and go the other, you can often get very good results in jiu-jitsu.